Here's a look at the bottom. I'm sure you're wondering why I'm showing you this. This goes in the back of an Avalanche, and there's a potential that something could spill in the back. So we've raised it 3/4 of an inch off the bed of the truck with these runners. And I never make my runners out of MDF. I always make them out of a hardwood. They'll last a lot longer. They won't soak as bad as MDF will. So these are made out of cherry, and they're removable just in case one goes bad or the box needs to be shifted down or whatever. I don't glue those in and just make them removable so that we can take them out if we need to. Okay, a quick look to show you how to calculate uneven port or volumes. It's real easy. Simply take your first rectangle, which in my case is from here to the outside of this yellow line. That comes to 9 inches. So 9 times 18.5 times the length of this wall divided by 1728 gives me 2.72. And then for this little part here, this little wedge, it's only at its widest point, it's 6.5 inches. So just take 6.5 inches times 18.5 times the length that it comes out to, which happens to be where the port wall is going to come, is 32.25. Multiply it, divided by 1728, you come up with 1.12. Well, you don't come up with, you come up with 2.22. And since it's a wedge, you just then divide that in half, and that takes away the other half of the rectangle you just calculated, and that gives you 1.12 for a total of 3.84. And then you'll have sub displacement, which is usually around, depending on the size of the magnet, could be as high as 0.25. So that gives me right at 3.3, and we were shooting for 3, so we're right on the money, and that's going to work just fine. That's where the port glass is going to go, and then we're going to have another piece of port glass right here in the back, and it'll have the JL audio sign lit up in white, and that'll get you, that'll be at the end of this wedge in the back of an Avalanche. And you can notice I rounded the ports on the outside everywhere, and then I also rounded the ports on the inside, so the air doesn't hit this lip. It kind of swirls around it and flows right out nicely. So I'll get you another video when I get the lights in and get the box done. I'm done with the Avalanche box. I've got the Blackjack logo and the 2 cards on each side of the chamber. Each side of these chambers are sealed independently. They come to 3.3 cubes on each side. Where he's putting 4 12-inch W6 JL audios inside. You can see we've got the JL audio in the rear glass in the very rear. Also, with LEDs at the top to light the inside of the tunnel to showcase the speakers. The ports are rounded over on both sides. Makes the air come out real nice. Look at the back of the box. The back lid is completely removable so that we can service the LEDs or to aid in the installation of the subs. Got 2 little pry holes here, even on the top and the bottom, so that you can get the lid out without marring up all the edges of the box. You can see the box is up off the ground. That's where the cherry runners go. Keep the box up out of the cargo area of the Avalanche, just in case he ever gets a leak or he spills something sitting on the tailgate. The fluid should run underneath the box. Got the on-off switch located just right here. And this is his pigtail to wire up the lights. This will go to his power source. Rounded over the edges where the glass go here as well to mimic the port. Give it another detail. The box has got a 38-inch port in it that tunes it to 35 hertz at 3.3 cubes per chamber. The rear area behind the glass is a dead area. It separates the two chambers. That's why I was able to put the two pry areas at the top and the bottom. You could also use that space to put a logo. You could pull the back of it off and put whatever you wanted to put behind it. I'll get another picture of this in the Avalanche when we get it put in. Thanks for watching.